Welcome, everyone. My name is Elizabeth Larson. I'm a fellow here at the Social Presence Literacy Lab. I'm also an associate professor at Grand Canyon University. This is the second part in our Implementing Social Presence in Your Online Classroom series. It's the application edition. So, the first part, the knowledge edition, that covered what social presence is, some of the key concepts associated with social presence. Now, we're going to look at applying social presence in our online classroom. I hope everyone enjoys the video. Before we start looking at the application portion of social presence, let's revisit the social presence literacy framework. This framework is an essential guiding structure for faculty members to effectively develop and refine their understanding of social presence within the online learning environment. There are four main components to social presence literacy framework. There's the knowledge, which we talked about in the past video, application, which we're going to look at here in a minute, and then evaluation and creation. These four components work together to create that truly cohesive, supportive online learning classroom. When we're talking about application of social presence, there's four main parts to it. The first one is practical implementation. We want to learn how to effectively apply social presence strategies into our online classes, which can help create those meaningful interactions. Additionally, technology integration. We want to look at how using tools such as live video feedback, discussion forums, and digital badges, those can help truly build those connections and enhance student engagement. We want to also look at creating immediacy. We want to strengthen the communication process by using personalized and timely feedback. We want to mimic that in-person immediacy that students feel within the classroom. And then we also want to enhance engagement. How can we apply social presence strategies to help motivate students to actively participate and collaborate within an online learning environment? These four strategies really work well and help us apply social presence to our online classrooms. So, why is it important to apply social presence strategies into the online classroom? Well, understanding what social presence is just the first step. It's the effective implementation of social presence that will truly help drive the results you're looking for. Social presence is more than just being visible in a digital classroom. It's about creating, developing meaningful connections, having that active participation, and creating a sense of belonging for students. And when we do that, it truly enhances the online learning environment. So we looked at what social presence is, the importance of applying it to our classroom, but what is the impact of applying social presence on students? What impact does social presence have on students? Well, when we apply social presence strategies thoughtfully, so when we do means of encouraging interaction, providing timely feedback, creating a supportive learning environment, student engagement tends to rise significantly. This increased engagement, it can lead to better academic outcomes. It can lead to deeper, more meaningful learning experiences, and ultimately it can lead to more student success. And that's at the heart of teaching, is to help students become learners, to become critical thinkers, and to grow. And that can all be done through social presence. So you're probably thinking right now, better learning outcomes, stronger engagement within the classroom, stronger student success. I'm in. What are some practical strategies? Well, in terms of practical strategies for applying social presence, there are three main things that we look at. The first one is the integration of technology tools into the online classroom. Then we want to create immediacy through effective association. And then finally, we want to look at enhancing student engagement. All three, when you use all three strategies, it truly works together to create this wonderful, supportive learning environment for students. One of my favorite ways to integrate social presence into my classroom is through the use of technology tools. So, we are in the middle of a technology boom in terms of the education landscape. And it has led to some really great, wonderful tools out there that faculty can use to help strengthen their social presence in their classroom. We tend to look at three different types of technology pieces that faculty can use. The first one is through videos. Personalized videos truly help with that social presence. I like to do a weekly video lecture in my class that I post. And in this video lecture, I will do things as go over the learning material. I'll give additional insight into their homework assignments or tips, or I'll just kind of show a funny side of myself in these videos, and that really helps strengthen my social presence in the classroom. And then we also have text-based technology tools that can kind of help. You can use code words in your discussion forum to drive engagement, or we can use digital content creations to help enhance social presence. And then there are other tech tools out there that are not video based that can help, such as quizzes, digital badging. All of these things are the goal of technology is to help strengthen that social presence, to help increase student engagement within that class. And so there are so many wonderful resources out there that I would encourage everyone to look at. So, why is it important to incorporate technology tools into teaching and learning in terms of social presence? Well, technology tools and incorporating social presence strategies, when they work together, it helps bridge that physical distance between students and teachers. It can help create a sense of community and belonging in the digital classroom. When we promote social presence strategies through technology, it encourages student collaboration. It encourages active communication and independent learning. And all of this, again, can lead to better learning outcomes for students. When we incorporate interactive tech tools and multimedia pieces, it helps enrich the online learning environment. It helps create that active engagement that students need, and it accommodates different learning styles and different learning needs. And those tech tools truly enhance that online learning environment for both faculty and for students. Now it's time for the fun part. What are some elements of tech tools that you can utilize in your classroom to help develop or strengthen your social presence? Practical solutions like video conferencing, so things like Zoom or Teams, is a great way to have that real life conversation with students, and it can truly make students feel connected to their peers and their instructors. For example, I will use Zoom to do virtual tutoring sessions with my students. I'll also use Zoom to do an icebreaker at the beginning of a class, just so that way students can get to know their peers and can feel connected to their peers and their instructors. Personalized videos, I'm a fan of personalized videos. Not only does that help tailor the learning content to your classroom needs and show a different side of the instructor, but personalized videos, they also provide students with flexible access to the instructional content, and that's important in the online classroom. Additionally, you can use text-based tools that can facilitate interactions in a discussion forum. You can use things like code words, that unique identifiers that can help further engage students. Content generation tools like Canva or like Genially are a great way to promote student engagement and to promote community building. So I use Canva a lot to do things like newsletters for students. So I will actually create a welcome newsletter for my students, and I'll send it out to the students at the beginning of the class. And in my newsletter, I just talk about the class, I talk about myself, I explain my journey. I'll also give them additional tips and insights. So it's just a fun way for students to kind of get to know their instructor and then get to know the class as well. And then we have things like interactive platforms, such as collaborative whiteboards or virtual breakout rooms that can kind of help increase student engagement and promote active participation. For example, Zoom has a really great breakout session where you can put students into smaller groups and they can connect with each other or work on collaborative projects. These really help create that immersive and dynamic learning environment that students need. And so there are so many other tech tools out there. The use of emojis and bitmojis is wonderful as well. So when we're able to convey emotions, it helps create that warm or that friendly, approachable atmosphere that students need. And then also, it brings a fun element to text based communications. I have my own Bitmoji of myself, and I'll use it in my newsletters where they see the Bitmoji instead of the a picture of me, and that Bitmoji is just a little fun element that I add to it. And then using communication methods, messaging methods such as Remind, it helps students connect with their teacher in a short amount of time. And Remind can be used to send out quick little tips, hints, or just really just, send out like a motivational Monday thing. And it just really bridges that gap. It bridges that physical distance that students can sometimes feel in that online learning environment. In addition to using tech tools, it's also important to create immediacy, and we do this by using affective association. So, faculty can create a sense of closeness, a sense of connection with students by being intentional with their communication. When we use a warm and approachable tone, whether this is through written feedback or if it's through live discussions, it makes the interactions feel more personable. And then when we choose the right language, such as addressing students by their name or offering words of encouragement, offering help, it helps create a supportive atmosphere for students. And then when we incorporate emotions, and we had just talked about emotions previously, when we use emotions in communication, when we express empathy or we express enthusiasm or understanding, it helps humanize the learning experience, which is so important. And then faculty also can strengthen the connections by sharing their own experiences, by making lessons more relatable to students, and showing students that, we're more than faculty. We are humans and we have shared challenges, we have shared insights. For example, one of the things I do is in my class, there's a section on thinking and language, and I talk about my struggles to learn English language because it is my second language, and the importance and how that relates to the importance of the relationship between thinking and language. So, when we use personalized and emotionally resonant interactions with our students, it makes them feel more valued, it makes them feel more seen, and they tend to be more engaged in the learning process, which is so important. So we looked at practical solutions through things like tech tools, and then also creating immediacy through effective association. And then another key component of the application process is enhancing student engagement. To enhance student engagement, to strengthen social presence at the same time, interactive learning experience is key. Collaborative projects that allow students to work together, that allow students to share ideas, and then also problem solve as a team. It's a great way to promote both active participation and then create a sense of community. Additionally, peer feedback is a powerful tool to use to enhance student engagement. Students will review each other's work. This helps create constructive dialogue. It helps build deeper connections with their classmates. In addition to all of this, gamified learning is a wonderful way to enhance student engagement. So when we use gamified learning, so things like digital badging, creating quizzes, creating challenges, having an interactive escape room, it adds a fun element to the class that helps motivate students to participate more actively. Encouraging continuous conversations through ongoing discussions or through ongoing reflections exercises, those help keep students engaged over time, and it allows for deeper interaction. And then also giving students a shared goal, such as having group presentations or a class-wide project, it creates a sense of collective responsibility and belonging. These strategies, whether it's through collaboration, peer interaction, gamified learning, or shared goals, it allows a student to take ownership of their own learning while cultivating an environment of mutual support, mutual engagement, and then also helps allow for active participation throughout the whole entire class. So, enhancing student engagement is a key part of the application process. I know that was a lot of information to take in at once. So let's go ahead and kind of recap things and discuss the importance of social presence, how to increase it. And then also, we have a fun activity after this. So I really want everyone to kind of participate and collaborate on that as well. So, as you know, social presence is crucial for creating a supportive learning environment. This is where students can feel connected, they feel engaged, and they feel valued. By incorporating strategies such as utilizing technology tools for interaction, creating immediacy through personalized communication, and incorporating interactive tools like a collaborative learning or gamified learning experiences, you can significantly improve student engagement. Remember, the goal is to cultivate an atmosphere where students feel a sense of belonging, or where they're motivated to participate actively in their learning journeys. As you implement these social presence strategies, consider how they can be tailored to meet the needs of your own students or in your own unique teaching style. And then now it's your turn to go ahead and try and share. So join us at the Social Presence Literacy Labs discussion in the forums and share your thoughts, ask questions. I also encourage you to participate in our upcoming webinars where we'll dive even deeper into creating effective online learning communities for students. Now it's time for that fun activity that I had mentioned. So you learn more about social presence and the importance of applying it to your own classroom. Let's go ahead and take a quiz on it. There's a link posted below to a short quiz based on the application video, and everyone who takes the quiz will earn the social presence application badge. And we had just talked about how digital badging is a great way to incorporate social presence. It's a fun element into the classroom. So here's a great way to earn that digital badge, and take the quiz, show your badge to other people, and include it in the discussion forum at the Social Presence Literacy Lab. Thank you for watching this video. For more information and resources on social presence, please visit the Social Presence Literacy Lab. You can scan the QR code that's posted. Just know that we at the Social Presence Literacy Lab, we're here to support you, and together we can create supportive and engaging learning environments for students. Have a wonderful day.